What's up, man? It's the Bronco at the Frog coming at you with another reaction video. 7 of the worst debut new signings this season with Match Week 1 coming to a close. Go subscribe to Gold 90 Extra and Gold 90. 7 worst debuts. I really can't tell you off the top of my head. Everybody pretty much did. I know who had the best debuts. Man, it's like Morgan Rogers. Man's like dude over there at City who scored the game winning goal. Jeremy Zake. Come on now, y'all can't act like he wasn't playing good ball over there at Newcastle. Even though it was a 2-2 draw, he still was over here playing good ball, fool. Oh, worse. Oh yeah, go ahead, bring idea. Matter of fact, today, what did Diamonde do? Nigga ain't even started it. He got something $130 million. Subbed in at the 84th inning. Oh man. Not again. Let's go,
After a big transfer is supposed to be the easy part. The first game after a big transfer is supposed to be the easy part. New shirt, packed stadium, everyone excited, and nobody has had time to judge you yet. Except these 7 summer signings somehow made people nervous immediately. One got sent off before halftime. 2 £100 million midfield rebuilds were embarrassed by promoted or mid-table teams, and one Real Madrid Academy graduate handed Barcelona the perfect start to the season. Some were bad, others became expensive warnings before the season had really started. We'll start at Manchester United because they spent around £85 million rebuilding their midfield and then watched both new pieces disappear after 67 minutes. United paid Aston Villa around £35 million for a player who already knew the Premier League.
I remember seeing his face. Oh, that's where I seen his ass from. He's a fucking Belgianese. That's where I seen him from. Say it ain't so. They got her flopping at United.
United paid Aston Villa around £35 million for a player who already knew the Premier League, had captained Belgium at the World Cup, and had spent years playing at this level. Beside him was Andre Santos.
What's the first dude name?
What's
his dude name? This Belgianese. I heard the Andre Santos dude. Oh, this Tielemans. Oh, I know Tielemans.
This level. Beside him was Andre Santos, the £48 million signing from Chelsea, potentially rising to £50 million. On paper, that looks like a serious midfield. Then United went to Hull.
Even on paper, that ain't no damn serious midfield. Tielemans and Santos. What the f?
To the Premier League after 9 years away, and somehow they look like the established side. Semi Ajayi scored after 17 minutes. Debutant Nobel Mendy made it 2-0 after 38. United had 72% of the ball, but possession meant very little because Hull was stronger, sharper, and much more dangerous when it mattered. Tielemans and Santos both started, and with United still 2-0 down, Michael Carrick removed both of them in the 67th minute. That is probably the worst part. United spent £85 million fixing the midfield. Then 1 hour into the new season, both new midfielders were already sitting on the bench. And if that sounds expensive, Manchester City somehow spent even more on one player. Elliot Anderson cost £160 million. City bought him from Nottingham Forest after losing Rodri, and that fee made Anderson one of the biggest transfers of the entire summer. So when he started against Bournemouth, every touch was going to be judged. The game did not help. Bournemouth took the lead through Marcus Tavernier and were ahead until the 84th minute. City looked disjointed for long stretches, and Anderson's afternoon ended after 63 minutes following a collision with Alex Scott. At first it looked worrying. He appeared to be holding his leg and was forced off for Mateo Kovacic. Good news came afterward. Enzo Maresca said he believed it was cramp rather than a serious injury. He also defended Anderson, saying he was very good on and off the ball, and reminding everyone
the price tag happened before the World Cup. Because I remember I was watching the World Cup to see him and what he was talking about. That was before.
That several City players had only returned from the World Cup around 10 days earlier. So this is not the worst individual performance on the list. The nightmare was the combination. £116 million of expectation, City trailing at home, and then an injury scare in Game 1. Luckily for Anderson, Mark Guehi equalised before Joško Gvardiol scored in stoppage time to rescue a 2-1 win. Tottenham's new midfield got no such rescue. Spurs spent £100 million on Sandro Tonali and another million on
Nigga, they spent 100. What? It must have happened a while back because I would have been bringing it up with Diamunde in them. Oh, because he didn't put the fee. He said just higher than 85 million. That's why. Because, you know, I get all my news from Fabrizio. And then he said 92.5 plus 7.5, 89. Yeah, that is 100 million. See, he just worded it. The way he worded it, he didn't say 100 million. So if I don't see those 3 digits, I just overlook it type shit.
Sandro Tonali and another 85 million pounds on Mateus Fernandes. That
Who?
is 185 million pounds on 2 central midfielders before you even count the rest of a summer rebuild that went beyond 300 million
He
pounds.
said Tana
Then
like a
they
white
played
girl
Brentford,
buying weed.
and Brentford beat them 3-0. Tonali started while Fernandes began on the bench. By halftime, Spurs were already 2-0 down, had created almost nothing, and Roberto De Zerbi had seen enough. He introduced Fernandes for Conor Gallagher, while Rodrigo Bentancur replaced Lucas Bergvall. It
Mid
changed
on
very
top of
little.
mid.
Michael
It
Cairo
changed
added
very
Brentford's
little.
third shortly after
That's
the
a
restart,
that's a
and
team
Igor
full of ass
Thiago
right there,
even
man.
missed a penalty. The most painful comparison was in midfield, where Brentford's new record signing Mamadou Sangaré looked more powerful and more comfortable than
said
Tottenham's
big
£100
wish.
million man. Tonali even sent one wild volley high into the stands as the home crowd enjoyed every second of it. Fernandes at least produced one of Spurs' better attacks after coming on, but that almost makes the bigger point worse. Tottenham had spent £185 million on these two, used both of them, and still got completely controlled by Brentford. The next player managed to make his debut even shorter. Ethan Sutherland joined Exeter City on loan from Wolves on August 10th. A few hours later, he was already making his debut in a Carabao Cup Devon derby against Plymouth Argyle. That sounds perfect. Until the cards started. Sutherland came on in the 65th minute. Over the next 22
What teams are
minutes,
these?
he
I
picked
know
up
Argyle,
2 yellow
but I don't know
cards.
the other team.
second came after he pulled back Matti Sorinola,
We
leaving
talking about
Exeter
Carabao
with
Cup
10
hoops.
men
Like, he
in
got
the
a red
87th
card on
minute,
his
and the
debut.
timing made it brutal. The game was still 0-0 when Sutherland was sent off. Plymouth then scored twice in stoppage time to win 2-0.
Look at the limbs,
so on
though.
the same day, Sutherland signed
What
for
the
Exeter
hell was
twice
this
in
keeper
stoppage time
doing?
to win 2-0. So
Oh, that wasn't a keeper. That was a player. My
on the
bad,
same
bro.
day, Sutherland signed for Exeter. He came on, got sent off, and watched his new team lose a derby with 2 goals after his dismissal. At least he has already moved on from it. Sutherland returned in League 2 and played 20 minutes in Exeter's 2-0 win over Accrington Stanley on August
Accrington Stanley?
22nd.
I
Randall
know them
Kolo
from
Muani's
Manchester.
situation is different
Ah,
because
Kolo Muani
Juventus
had
already
shit.
knew exactly what they were buying. Kolo Muani had previously spent time there on loan, scoring 10 goals in 22 appearances
That boy
before
debut was
spending
shit.
last season with Tottenham. Juventus then brought him back permanently from PSG for €38 million and made him the man expected to replace Dusan Vlahovic.
You know what's cool?
for
I've been in this
38
room.
million
This little player room right here when I was down there over there in Italy. Oh, damn. Y'all ain't tell me my, what's the name? Green screen. But yeah, I've been in this room before.
€1 million
Cool.
and made him the man expected to replace
The little
Dusan
players
Vlahovic.
lab,
Opening day
creator
gave him
lab.
newly promoted Frosinone. Perfect chance to start scoring immediately. Instead, Juventus needed centre-back Gleison Bremer to score the only goal in a 1-0 win, while Kolo Muani struggled to make an impact. And then Luciano Spalletti made the story worse. After the match, the Juventus manager publicly said Kolo Muani had work to do to rediscover his sharpness and start scoring
Damn.
again. That is a pretty uncomfortable
He outed him in
message
the
to
public
hear
like that?
after the first league match of a 5-year deal. Still, Juventus won. John Gomez would have loved that luxury. Aston Villa paid Wolves around £34 million for Gomez after losing major pieces of their midfield during the summer. His Premier League debut for Villa
Is this nigga say
lasted
Joe
after that
Gomez?
luxury. Aston Villa a deal. Still, Juventus won. John Gomez would have loved
John Gomez. Did he say John or Joe? I think he said John because this for sure don't look like no Joe Gomez to me.
that luxury. Aston
Joao.
Villa paid Wolves
Joao
around
Gomez.
£34 million for Gomez.
You can
after
tell he
losing
is Joao
major
by his
pieces
teeth.
of their midfield. Paid Wolves
My mama, all the Joels got these teeth.
around
The
£34
Brazilian
million
ass
for Gomez after losing major pieces of their midfield during the summer. His Premier League debut for Villa lasted 40 minutes. Brighton were
Portuguese
already
speaking ass
4-0
nigga,
up after
Whichever
31.
one.
Gomes had been caught in possession during the move for Jack Hinshelwood's second goal. And with Villa already being destroyed, he kicked out at Jorginho Rutter. VAR checked it. Red card. 40 minutes into his Villa
violent
career, Gomez
conduct,
was walking
red
down the
card,
tunnel.
your
It was the
debut.
first time since 2012 that a Premier League debutant had
First
been sent off
half
in the
to-
first
oh,
half, and the
that's
punishment
disgusting.
continues beyond one horrible afternoon. Because the dismissal was for violent conduct, Gomez is now set to serve a 3-match suspension, beginning with Villa's game against defending champions Arsenal. So one £34 million debut gave Villa a costly mistake, 4 goals conceded while he was on the pitch, a red card and a suspension. But we'll finish in Spain because Victor Chust's story has an extra layer of pain. Chust came through La Fábrica. He joined Real Madrid's academy as a teenager, rose through the youth system and made his senior Madrid debut in 2021. He later moved through Cadiz before spending last season on loan at Elche. Elche liked him enough to activate their purchase option this summer and sign him permanently until 2029. So technically, Chust already knew the club. This was his first league game after becoming Elche's permanent player,
Lona boy
and the
slumped
opponent was
him.
Barcelona. 14 minutes in, Rafinha attacked the box. Chust brought him down. Penalty. Rafinha
was him who
scored.
brought him down?
Barcelona never looked back. They won 5-0, with Rafinha scoring twice, Fermin Lopez scoring twice, and Karim Adeyemi scoring on his Barca debut. There is something especially cruel about that one. Chust spent years being developed inside Real Madrid's famous academy, finally secured his permanent La
And
Liga
then
home,
Lona
and
boy
then
is the
began
one
the
who
new chapter
slumped
by
him.
giving Barcelona the penalty that opened a 5-goal demolition. Of course, one game proves almost
This
nothing.
El Clasico to
Anderson
him
was
in his
actually
head.
praised by his manager. Sutherland has already bounced back, and players like Tonali, Tielemans and Kolo Muani have enough experience to recover quickly. But first impressions are still first impressions.
Facts.
And if these were supposed to be the games that made supporters fall in love with the new signings, a few of them may want a second
Look at this
introduction.
video.
So who had the worst start of them all? João Gomez and his 40-minute red card?
For sure.
Tottenham's £185 million midfield? Or Chust giving Barcelona the key to the door? Drop it in the comments.
The
hit
Gomez
like,
dude for
subscribe,
sure had
and
to
we'll
have
catch
had
you
the
in
worst
next
one, bro. No way. You got a red card on
Subscribe,
your
and
debut
we'll-
match in the first fucking half. Everybody go subscribe to Gold 90 Extra. Y'all know what time it is. 7th worst debut of new signings this season. Hopefully we'll see them boys shake back for this match week 2. Real Madrid already shaking back and doing crazy. Like I said, they got 4-1. Mbappe hat trick. Vinny goal and assist. Jude Bellingham 2 assists. Federico Valverde assist. New signing Diamunde. Right here on the bench. Reaction will be live on Patreon. Y'all know what time it is. Come over to the Patreon. Hey, I'm out.